I think you should let like maybe 50 players or 100 players play the game, and they'll give you a price point what's fair. Like, don't they do that for movies? What
if that doesn't recoup the losses for the production studio? How much they paid out to make the game?
That's on them. That's the price of business. So, boys, let me let you guys simmer on this real quick. Last of Us got a lot of issues. This whole new remake shit's got a lot of problems coming to it. First off, the price. Second off, what the fuck did they actually do? Big stink.
Which number of release is this of The Last of Us? How many times have they released The Last of Us now? Is this the third one?
Yep.
What are they, Call of Duty?
Still not as bad as Skyrim.
Dude, you're a bitch.
Or GTA 5.
GTA 5.
GTA 5. GTA 5 is a king of that. And I'm a dummy
Skyrim.
because I bought that game like 4 fucking times.
I mean, Doey's bought The Last of Us all 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. I copped it. I could say that I feel like they could have charged less because like they omitted the multiplayer from it. I just feel like you're taking a piece out of the game and you're not putting something else back in to replace it. I feel like right off of the bat, it could have been like $50. You know what I mean? Just like a $50 game.
You're bugging, bro. First off, you're bugging because you purchased it. Second off, you're bugging because you purchased it knowing that it didn't have multiplayer. And then third, you're bugging because it's $50 and you think that's a good price point for you to buy that game.
Yeah, I think video games cost money to make. I think they need to make profit off of this. And I like Naughty Dog as a company. I like the work that they do. I think this engine, the Last of Us 2 engine, is a solid engine. And if they want to go back and remake their games, I'm even down for a remake of Uncharted 1. If they do it the right way, I'm even down for that.
They just remastered it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did the Nathan Drake collection or whatever the hell. It improved it a lot, honestly. Like, it was worth it.
The problem with you guys, and it's you guys, the consumers.
Oh, right? I thought you were talking about us three in particular.
The consumers. Well, you three too, because y'all love fucking remakes. All you remake buyers, go to hell. Stop buying fucking remakes. You are giving these guys the reason to rob us even more. Who the fuck in the right mind is going to pay $70 for a game that's like 8 years fucking old, already had 2 remakes, a remaster shit, and then, bro, matter of fact, if this is a way for you guys to get money to make a multiplayer for fucking Last of Us 2, okay, maybe I can probably be like, all right, let the dumbasses pay you to make a multiplayer. But no, it's not that. They do not. Someone in their business, in their company, is fucking dropping the ball repeatedly.
No.
Yes.
Look, the game Mafia 1, they remade it recently a few years ago. No, it's really good. The first Mafia remake.
They remade Mafia 1 and 2.
Yeah. I don't think 2. I think 2 was just a remaster.
I see.
Yeah.
They were bundled though, right?
They bundled them together, yeah.
I'm tired of that.
But
shit.
yeah, the remaster for Mafia 1 is actually a pretty faithful remaster, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't mind it. I think but that game was also $40. So
I don't think they should charge. I don't even think they should charge.
I'm kind of on board with what you're saying, Tony, because like I'm looking at this article that is talking about like how Naughty Dog, this is back from like February or something like that. It's like Naughty Dog's got 3 titles in development right now. And 2 of the titles, one of them is this Last of Us remake, and the other one that they're saying is a title that they're working on is the multiplayer expansion for Last of Us 2.
Yeah, no, that shit.
I don't know that counts as the title. I'm curious what their third thing they have in development, because I haven't heard shit as far as
Uncharted. It's Uncharted 5.
You think so? The story feels like it was so complete, though.
Yeah, they better not. What they're gonna do?
No, I think they're gonna go with his daughter.
Well, they could do a soft reboot. I think that could be interesting potentially.
I think it's time to cut it off and make something new.
But
you already, you know what I mean. Yeah. You're fucking up with The Last of Us right now. Luckily, there's a fan base like myself that I'm included. I like Last of Us storyline.
I gotta pause you there. Fucking it up
Yes,
if
they're
you
fucking
don't,
it up.
if you don't want the game, don't buy it. How do you call it a fuck up?
Because you guys are letting these thieving assholes release remakes for top price. Bro, they're charging you a game that costs more than a brand new AAA game.
Yeah, because the new price of game is $70.
It is ridiculous, though.
Yeah, $70 is the new price of games. That's a whole conversation is whether games should cost $70 or not. I think
they do because just like everything else goes up in price, you can't expect the video game price to stay the same.
If it's gonna go up in price, then the quality of the fucking game's got to go up in price.
It's fucking a PS5 game,
and they deliver shitty games. Look at Deathloop. That shit is free. That shit dropped. It wasn't even. I don't even think it was $60 when it dropped, right?
No, it was
I think it was $60.
It was. And that game was trash. I'm gonna give it a try because it's free now. That game was trash.
I played it. That shit is good. I'm
gonna give it a try.
I don't think that game. I don't think that game was for me because I don't like the combat in the Dishonored series. Never felt good to me, and I've heard that it's that same kind of combat. But the game looked cool for people that enjoyed that type of game.
The combat is different from Dishonored. Dishonored has more of like a. It has more fantastical like mechanics, teleportations and all that kind of stuff. And Deathloop has those things. I think it uses it a little bit more sparingly. It's more a gunplay game, and there's different abilities and stuff like that, but it's not as crazy as Dishonored. Deathloop is good. I haven't given it the full attention I think it deserves. I've played it quite a bit, maybe 10, 12 hours. It's good. The story's cool. The world is cool. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It's just that like it hasn't fully grabbed me. So every time new things come out, I just jump on different things. But anyways, to what Doey was saying, I guess I don't see what the problem is. Like there's certain remakes I want and there's certain remakes I don't want. So I don't buy those. I'm not out here crying about them. You know what I'm saying?
The whole argument of they ruined The Last of Us, though, that shit is always so weird to me. It's like when the new Ninja Turtles movie came out, and they're like, "Well, they ruined my childhood. Now the Ninja Turtles is ruined forever." It's like, nah, dude, just don't watch the new shit. Like, watch the old shit you like. And done.
They're ruining themselves, like with this remake shit. It's bad enough that Final Fantasy has a remake for almost every one of their fucking game series. But whatever, I'm not a fan of them. I don't subscribe to their bullshit. I'm just saying. People need to stop subscribing to this remake agenda. There's a remake agenda.
Why? Tony, we need to record a video where we have you play like the original Final Fantasy 7 for like 30 minutes and then play the remake for like 30 minutes so that way you can understand just how big a deal that remake is.
Even if they do a Bad Company 2 remake, I would not do that.
What do you mean? You bought the Modern Warfare remake. What are you talking about?
No, I did not buy a Modern Warfare. What Modern Warfare remake did I buy?
The Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one that came out on PS3.
It's a whole new game. It's not a remake.
Tony is a liar. If they made a Bad Company 2 remake, we would all be playing that shit tomorrow.
Did you not see my face? I was like, did you not just see my face? I was like, maybe. But no, I wouldn't. Because you know why? If they charge $70, I would not do that. I would not.
And that's fine.
If it was, let's say, a $10 thing, okay. But I'm not in the camp of this remake $70. That shit's ridiculous. And you take, like Doughboy said, you take multiplayer out, replace it. They didn't even replace it. Like why?
The missing multiplayer is wild. I don't know if there's balancing issues, if they just didn't want to do crunch time with their devs. I have no idea. I think you might be muted, though.
That feels like what it was. It feels like they wanted to get this out quickly. Because they feel like, but I don't know. I just was super disappointed. Like, why?
You don't know why they're trying to get this out quickly?
I mean,
they got the HBO series coming out.
I see.
So they're developing. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to like they Last of Us Part 2 came out, and I think they wanted a more cohesive like Last of Us experience. So then they remade the first one to kind of be in line with the second game, so to speak. Yeah. So that when the HBO show comes out and people are all, this Joel Ellie shit, this show's crazy, they could go buy a PlayStation and play Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, nice. That makes sense. And think of it like marketing too. Like some amount of this is marketing for the TV show.
Honestly, it should be like a legacy purchase. Like if you purchase the first two, the third one should be free for you.
I don't know that they would straight up do that, but I do like the idea of you getting discounts if you've already like have a digital purchase on your fucking account showing that you purchased this game.
Tony's talking about like, yo, I bought a 2012 Kia and I bought a 2018 Kia. When the 2022 comes out, that shit better be free.
Nah, let me get a discount or something.
Give me mine.
It don't work like that.
But no, I'm saying like there should be
trade
like
that car in and you'll get your discount. Right? Go to GameSpot. Go to GameStop and go support them. Okay.
After we finish recording today, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and be like, "Yo, I've gotten breakfast here for 3 weeks. I want a free breakfast right now."
There should be like a legacy subscription on PlayStation where it keeps track of all your remake purchases, so that way when the game come out, you get it either free or a super discount versus somebody who doesn't. You know what I mean? Like there should be some accolades or some help, not accolades, but something to tell me, okay, I'm not really wasting my money here because I'm getting something in return. That's all I'm saying. Like Pooch last night mentioned a little bit of this conversation. He was like, yo, they sneak and remade, they fix certain things, but a lot of other spots they dropped the ball in. I forgot what you were saying, Pooch.
Yeah, I didn't say they dropped the ball. I was just saying that like the gameplay is still basically Last of Us Part 1. And Part 2, you could go prone and like hide in grass and things like that. You can't do that in this Last of Us. So it's like even though they're using the engine, they didn't change the gameplay features, because if they did, they would have to recreate all the maps to be compatible with those new gameplay elements, and they'd have to update the AI to be compatible with those new gameplay elements. So like the amount of work, it would be a much larger overhaul than just it seems like they focus mostly on the visual fidelity of the game.
I got you right where I wanted you. So you're saying they didn't want to put the time and the effort and the money to update the game truly, but they want to charge you, right? They want to charge you top dollar.
Yeah, it's like when they remade Final Fantasy VII, they're splitting it into 3 games because they couldn't do it in 1 game.
I can't get behind that.
That's fine. Then don't buy it. I think that's totally fine. Just get off of Twitter.
I swear, Tony, we
stop
need to
crying. Tony's over here. You can see this dude got fucking. He's got the fucking eyeliner streaking tears. He's calling his mom to come bail him out from the damage that Naughty Dog's doing in his life.
Well, now I've got my thumbnail idea for this.
Get off of Twitter. Stop crying about The Last of Us. Don't buy the game.
Yeah,
Simple.
I won't be able to
understand the reaction. Right?
I won't be able to play my mathematics fractions multiplayer.
Yeah, fractions.
Fractions.
Dewey calls fractions, and then
Fractions.
Beaumont made a funny joke. He's like, "Damn, I didn't know you were that into math." But yeah, then another thing too. The reason they didn't come out with the factions, which I don't think it would have been hard for them to just put it in the game. They could have kept it exactly the same,
Copy and paste,
and just update the visuals in those maps. And I think they could have kept it exactly the same. I don't think it would have been that much. I don't think, but I think that they don't want to split their multiplayer base. Like they're about to come out with a multiplayer game. I don't think they want people playing The Last of Us Part 1 multiplayer, and then their new game's not going to get the sales type of thing. So I think it was just like a business decision in terms of like we don't want to split our fan base or whatever.
I mean that makes sense, because like why would they do multiplayer for this remake if it doesn't have all the cool features that the second one is going to have with multiplayer, right?
Well, that's fine. The multiplayer, okay, that's fine. But I'm saying there's a bunch of games that have free upgraded versions of itself. Why couldn't they just do that?
Because this isn't a free upgraded version.
Yeah, this is much bigger than that.
Those games don't do shit when they're doing their PS5 upgrade. It's usually like, we just need to port the game so it works on PS5 and enable some extra stuff that the PS5 supports. But they're not. Go look at it. I think they redid mocap. I think they even got some voice acting involved for some things. They did so much stuff with the visual fidelity. Yeah, it's not just a simple a couple devs went and updated. There's a whole team of guys, a whole team of people that went and developed this game. Like,
yeah, I'm not subscribing to that shit. Naughty Dog, you better make a hell of a good damn Last of Us 2 multiplayer. That's all I gotta say.
And Tony, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I didn't buy the game. I'm not paying $70.
I'm glad
I'm not paying $70 for this. I'm not saying that it's not worth $70 for me personally. To me, I'm not paying $70 for that experience. But I'm not gonna shit on people that think that they like Doey bought it. Cool, good for him. I wouldn't
You know
do
what
it.
I'm excited to do? I need to beat the game first, but I want to play in like the hardest difficulty level, but with the most amount of supplies. And you can do that with like the accessibility things. I'm like, can't wait to do that.
That's fine. Well, you're gonna have grounded mode with unlimited
Grounded
ammo?
mode, but not unlimited ammo. Just like you're gonna be able to find all the supplies you need. You remember when I was just shooting guns just so I could pick up more supplies? Like
Yeah, that shit made me sick.
You're
Me
gonna
and Dory were
kill
on
every clicker in the game.
Yeah, me and Dory were on share play because I was trying to help him find like firefly emblems, and he was playing it on the easiest difficulty, and he would walk up and see, oh, there's 6 bullets there, and he's like, but my assault rifle's full. He'd whip it out. He'd shoot 6 rounds and then pick up the bullet. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this shit makes no sense.
What?
He's like sick in the head. This is like hyper consumerism. He just needs to consume. He just wants more. That's just crazy.
This is why y'all don't have ammo when you play games with him, because he's over there wasting ammo just to pick up more ammo.
No, that's why we fought with him in Last of Us, because he's out there during multiplayer maps trying to find fucking shit while we're actually dying out here. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, Dory has an addiction of finding supplies and materials and guns, and he wants to open chests in games. So we're out there firefighting. He's all fucking off in the corner opening a thing. It's like, yo, you need 4 guys in a firefight. Like, if you're down a guy, you're dead.
I do want to say though, what do you guys think about that? Do you agree with saying, depending on the quality of the game, the price should match? If the game, like, because I mean, we mentioned just a minute ago, but if that quality of the game, I think that's where the money should reflect. If the game is not as good, I don't think.
What does quality mean? What do you mean
overall,
by depending on the quality?
like how the game plays out. If it's not if the storyline is shit, or if it's not a lot of mechanics, it doesn't do certain things. Like, I don't know,
I think you kind of see that already. Like, you know, AAA titles are always going to charge whatever the maximum price is they can get for the game, right? Very rarely is a AAA title going to come out and it's not going to be at the whatever the max price is for that time frame. But indie games come out and the indie devs have to play this game of, do we think our game is a $20 game, a $10 game, a $30 game? Where do we think we fall in this indie dev range?
See, that I get it for indie because, you know, they're like their own little genre, their thing. But I'm mostly talking about AAA games. Like,
I mean,
you know,
AAA games are always going to be the full price.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There were a couple games that came out at like the $40 price point. Because they were like the Miles Morales game. Wasn't that game $40?
And Bug Snacks or something like that.
Right, Bug Snacks was like $40. Although that's questionable.
I don't know if that
was.
was. I don't know if I would call that AAA. And Miles Morales is a AAA game, but it's also not a full game. Like, it's
Sure, exactly. And I think that's the point, is that it's AAA game. The quality's all there. There's voice acting. There's this. There's that. It's just it's a smaller experience. They charge a smaller price. You know.
For example, like Overwatch 2, if it's just only multiplayer, I don't think it should be $78. I think it should be $50.
But Overwatch 1 was $60, and you paid $60 for just multiplayer.
Overwatch 2 is going to be full price, but Overwatch 2, they're also saying there's going to be a big like PvE element to it, where it's going to be co-op
you guys
missions
don't
and shit
know?
like that.
We're all getting Overwatch 2 for free.
What?
We're all getting Overwatch 2 for free when it comes out. Overwatch 1 will turn into Overwatch 2. So when you
But I
open
don't
up
think we're gonna get the
Overwatch,
new Overwatch 2
we're
features.
gonna get the new Overwatch 2. It's gonna be free to play.
Joey. I think are you sure? Because I know that the multiplayer is going to transfer. That it, like the mode that we have now in Overwatch 1, we're going to be playing that mode in Overwatch 2. But I don't know if we're going to have that. It's going to be like a Fortnite situation where you got access to that stuff, but you still got to pay money to get access to. They're adding like a single player, and they're adding like a PvE, and they're adding like other game modes. I don't know if we're going to get those. Is all. I wasn't aware.
They're doing the same thing for Call of Duty. Warzone's going to be in Warzone. They're just going to add another tab for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. They're just adding a tab in order to
the cancer on your hard drive that is Warzone.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but it's already like that, Tony.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what they're going to do. That's
they
what he's saying.
They got 3 Call of Duties that are already like that, no?
Yeah,
Battlefield did that too, right?
Yes.
Like you could play Battlefield 5, 1, and maybe 4. No, not 4. But it's like tabs in a game. I don't like that tab shit. The tab shit would be cool if it was the same executable, but it ain't. You got to download a whole 100-something gigs to get access to that tab. It's like, fuck that. What's the point of the tab? I got to delete the other one. It's like, why I want the? I don't know.
So,
it's just
though,
weird.
you're saying that it's not going to be one whole new game on its own thing. It's going to just be an upgraded version of Overwatch 1. That's what you're saying.
Oh no, it's gonna be a whole new game. The game is gonna be updated, but I think the engine is gonna be the same. I think pretty much they're just a bunch of characters are getting revamped. They're even
we're
the
gonna have to
characters
buy-
we know.
We're going to have to buy the game then. This is what I'm saying. We're going to have to go in the
No.
PlayStation Store. No, it's just going to be right
There's
there
a
in the-
thing right now that you can get to play the beta. That's the only money that they're asking,
Interesting.
and it's $40. And you get to play the beta. You get some costumes and shit like that. But other than that, when Overwatch 2 comes out, it's going to be a big update, and Overwatch 1 will turn into Overwatch 2. That's what they said.
I want to know how's that gonna work because I'm a dick. I got Overwatch 1 on disc. I wonder how that's gonna work out for me. I might have to buy Overwatch 2. Man. Yeah, I bought that back in the
Disc
Best Buy Gamers United thing, where every game you buy was like 20% off or some shit like that.
2014, 2015 was really big with that.
Man, y'all convinced me to do that, and then I think I used it for one game for the entire time that I owned that service.
Awesome.
That sucks. Yeah, no, it was just worth it. $160 game, it was like $48. You did it twice, it paid for itself, and more. And then if you bought more than 2 games, then it was worth it. You know.
Yep.
But honestly, though, like, yeah, if it's just an upgraded version, cool. If they're not charging, great. That'd be awesome. But back to the question, though, like, do you guys think the quality, price-wise, a match? Outside of AAA games, I guess the indie games do it. Do you think
Indie games do it? It'd be nice if more devs had the self-awareness that the people that were behind the Spider-Man games had.
Yes.
I don't think it's the trend though. I think that the trend tends to be just whatever is the max amount we can get for a AAA game or a AAA studio. That's what we charge.
And that's why I asked, what do you mean by quality? Because I would argue a game like Celeste or a game like Terraria, it has enough content and enough love and enough things in those games that if they charge $60, like then I wouldn't have bought it. But now knowing like the content that they put into all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, $60 is not unreasonable. Like, but I know plenty of people that'll look at a game like you've said it. You've looked at a game like Terraria. If Terraria was $60, you'd be like, oh nah, this is not good enough quality. Meanwhile, go look at how many hours you're gonna pump into that game versus any other AAA games. It's well worth the price.
so? You're saying like my statement
look
of
at-
quality is should have been like quality of time. Like if, just because the Terraria don't look like a $60 game, the quality of time with the enjoyment you should take into effect or an accountability. You
Yeah,
said,
absolutely. That's why I'm asking, how do you define quality? Because a game like Binding of Isaac, I bought the original Binding of Isaac for $1.49, and I played that game for 200 hours. Like
$1.
it's worth more than that. Like I don't care what nobody says. Like it's worth more than $1.49. I got it on a Steam sale. It's worth more than $1.49. But it just is what it is. I think I got 187 or 240 hours on that game. It's a great game. Like so, it's like how do you define quality?
Oh,
Because I enjoyed every buggy minute of that game. Like it was fire.
Maybe by quality, I'm more meaning as on like how it looks, probably visual, and
Right.
stuff
Then I
like
disagree
that.
with you, and that's
yeah.
my point.
I think
Yeah,
I
mean, it's complicated, right? I mean, it's like to Pooch's point, it's like Minecraft too. Think of the amount of hours the Minecraft nerds that have gotten really into that game. Think of the amount of hours some of those fucking people have in the game. It's thousands of hours at this point. And they're still actively doing development on Minecraft. There's still new shit coming to that game. Their roadmap, I don't know that any other game has had as ambitious a roadmap as Minecraft has had during its lifespan.
Yeah, and their like monetary model is strange because they don't really have DLC. They don't really have microtransactions or anything like that. You just buy the game and you get all the updates for free. It just seems to be, it's been around for 20 years now. That's crazy. I played Minecraft when I was in college. Wait, I did that math wrong. It's been around for 10 years. I did that. I played Minecraft when I was in college back in 2011. You know what I'm saying? 2010, shit like that. And I played this game religiously. I got hundreds of hours in Minecraft, and I bought it twice. I bought it on the PS4 and I bought it on PC. And I pirated it before that. You know what I mean? I couldn't even afford the $15 at one point, and I played the shit out of that game. It was fire. Like it was just straight up fire. But yeah, their model for making money just seems to be around long enough so that the next generation of kids buy this game again. So they're just selling so many copies because as these younger kids grow up, they're buying Minecraft now. Everybody's growing up and buying Minecraft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never played it or bought it ever, but
it's one of the most successful games of all time. It's not my style of game. I can't get into it, but the people that are into it, it's a big deal to them.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I guess I'll retract some of the quality statements. I guess on the pricing and stuff, but still, I think there should be some type of price adjustment on games coming out. Like they do it for.
I don't disagree. I think our point was just that it's complicated to actually try to quantify that, like what the distinction is.
I think you should let like maybe 50 players or 100 players play the game, and they'll give you a price point what's fair. Like, don't they do that for movies? What
if that doesn't recoup the losses for the production studio? How much they paid out to make the game?
That's on them. That's the price of business.
So you're saying they should tank themselves on purpose?
No, don't tank yourselves. Pull out the best thing. If you're making a game, put all your best efforts into it, and it'll pay out.
No.
Yeah. Why not?
We are tripping.
I'm
Because
tripping.
not everything's successful. Yeah. Like, look at Spore. They put so much efforts into that game. They created very interesting systems and very interesting mechanics, and the game just wasn't good, and it tanked. And they poured money into that game. They poured time,
They
love,
didn't pour
all of
quality though.
that. It was high quality. It just wasn't a good game. There's just games that aren't good. What you're saying is pour more money into it until it's good.
No, not
But
money. I'm not
you-
even talking money. I'm more like like quality as in like atmosphere, or what would drive someone to play this game, what would get them to get like. There's got to be some type of like something. They have to have a department in each one of these fucking gaming development places, like, and just be like, yo, look at this game. What would drag you to stay on this game? You know, that's.
Yeah, the designers, they make what developers call the gameplay loop. It's like what's gonna keep you here playing this game. But I don't think that if you put a lot of efforts and try your best and put good quality in, that it's just gonna be successful. It don't work like that. For every successful game out there, there's 100 other high quality games that just didn't hit for some reason.
Not even high quality. It's just the simple things what catches people. Rocket League, very simple game. Fucking catches people. Like Minecraft, I think that shit started out maybe as a simple ass fucking thing. Now look at it. It's this fucking world demon that just consumes every child's life. It's just, I don't know. But